Okay, I am here in Subtract Integers number 4 Google form. This is on lesson 1.3, no calculator on these problems, and your goal is to get them all correct. Remember that subtracting an integer is the same as adding its opposite, or its additive inverse. Remember, if you are subtracting a negative, or if you see two negatives next to each other, you can say to yourself slash slash, and the negatives become positives. Or we could say that two negatives make a positives. From that point on, we would use our add rules. Same signs add and keep the sign, different signs subtract and keep the big guy sign. So look here, number 2, I see two negatives next to one another, or I could say that I am subtracting a negative. And so I think to myself slash slash, and those negatives become positives. So after I rewrite the problem as -3 plus +5, or just 5, now I use my add rules. These have different signs, right? 3 is negative and 5 is positive. So I think to myself, different signs subtract. 5 minus 3 is 2, and I keep the big guy sign. Big guy sign would be positive, right? If I have 3 negatives and 5 positives, I have more positives, and so positive is the big guy, and I keep the big guy sign in my answer. So +2 or just 2 is my answer. Skip down here to number 7. Again, I am subtracting a negative, so I think to myself slash slash, and then I rewrite the problem. So -15 plus, now this is +1. So -15 plus 1, 15's negative, 1 is positive. So different signs subtract. 15 minus 1 is 14. And then I keep the big guy sign. What is the big guy sign? Which of these numbers I could say is furthest from 0? Is -15 furthest from 0, or is 1 further from 0? Well, -15 is further from 0, right? So we would say it has the greater absolute value, because of course that's what absolute value is, right? A number's distance from 0. And whatever number is further from 0 is the big guy. So this guy right here is the big guy. And so we keep its sign, which is negative, in our answer. So -14. Okay, we'll skip down to number 13. Cheyenne is playing a board game. Her score is -275 at the start of her turn. At the end of her turn, her score is -425. And so what was the change in Cheyenne's score from the start of her turn to the end of her turn? Okay, so maybe we'll draw a vertical number line right here. Vertical number line, 0 is up here. Okay, her score is -275. So let's just say that's right here. -275. That was her score at the start of her turn. At the end of her turn, her score was -425. So that's down here somewhere. And so what's the overall change? So basically, how far is it from -275 to -425? Well, we're obviously going down, right? If I'm here and I end up here, I've gone down. That's why all of my choices here are negative. That means I'm going down. Well, how far down do I have to go to get from -275 to -425? That's what you'll need to choose in these options. How far down did you go? Number 14, you're dealing with temperature, and 15, you're dealing with temperature. So I would suggest drawing a vertical number line to figure those problems out, as well as you've seen in previous videos this week. Remember, once you submit, to view your score and click edit response if you missed any, so that you can fix the ones that you missed. Once you got them all correct, go back into the Google Classroom assignment and click the button that says mark as done, so that I will know that you have completed this form.